Greetings and salutations everyone, my name is Alexander, also known as Senderyevit.
And my name is Yuri, also known as Starlord.
We have decided to record our reaction to our new trailer for Mortal Kombat movie, which is going to come out in April 2021. Interesting thing about it is that in most Russian regions, and even in Moldova, it's going to premiere 2 weeks before the official worldwide premiere on April 8th. And the rest of the world is going to be premiering on April 16 or 18. At the end of the video, you're going to see the correct date. We shall watch the trailer first, then we're going to express our reactions afterwards, each of us one by one, and then we're going to analyze and speak a little bit about the scenes that we have in the trailer. This is going to be unedited, unscripted, no montage or any special effects going to be happening in post-processing. So this is our raw opinion and emotions over this new installment to video game adaptation in terms of movie. Anything else before I'm going to start the trailer?
Yeah, sure. Let's see whether or not this trailer, this adaptation is going to be better or worse when it comes to initial impressions than the ones that were before it, because this isn't the first MK movie and we definitely want to check it out.
Alright, let's get things started in 3, 2, 1.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao.
Lord Raiden.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people we put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
You fucking beauty.
Wow, what a trailer.
What a trailer indeed. And it's actually one of those, usually when you have those video game adaptations, you don't get that much excited over trailers, because generally they tend to represent that, oh, there is a lot of stuff that is different from the game itself. Here, yeah, I have already seen multiple things that are, well, they are not following, let's put it this way, they are not following the main game timeline in general. Well, at some points they do, but even from the cast of characters for this movie, you can see that there are characters that are new. such as
Cole Turner.
Cole Turner, yes. You have seen their like Cabal. You have seen their who also was there. Oh, Kano, which I don't yet understand whether or not he's.
Kano looks like he's a good guy. Actually, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
And my brother is also trying to imply that. Hell, even in the video game adaptation, there's been already so many reboots, 2 reboots if you count the MK11 Time Lore, like MK9 get a reboot, MK11 also get a reboot, so to say what's officially canon, like before the next MK game is going to come out, it's kind of hard to judge, you know what I mean? Even some iconic moments, like Jax losing his arm we see in the trailer, were a little bit mixed. And by the way, speaking of new characters, well, initially I still am a little bit doubtful about Cole Turner. I mean, I looked at the trailer and then I see that he was fighting Goro. I am going to explain my thoughts about this mark, that birthmark that he has, that means he's chosen. For some reason, people are thinking that the fact that in the trailer they're saying that he's chosen, some other people who watched the trailer before us, it means that he's gonna replace the role of Liu Kang. I don't necessarily think it's the case. Well, I can actually say it right now. I think the birthmark, it's more of a thing that some people gets this mark as an invitation, and when the time comes, like Raiden comes to them and select them as their champions to represent the Earthrealm, to try to defend the Earthrealm. That does not necessarily mean that they're gonna win the tournament, you know, he's the chosen one, he's going to replace the role of Liu Kang. Probably everyone else, like Sonya, Kano, who else, like Liu Kang, Kang Lao, they all have their same mark, the same dragon mark, supposedly, mayhaps. Also, when it comes to power, we have seen a bit in terms of the trailer. I mean, there was a glimpse of Cole Turner power when he was facing Goro, some kind of an armor or something like that. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we already know some other characters' powers, but at least I hope that this character is not going to be disappointed and he's going to be at least somewhat well developed. Granted, it's hard to... Here's the thing, if you're gonna take into account old canon, Liu Kang won 4 or 5 straight tournaments. So there isn't anything to out of... there's hard to invent something new, like who's gonna win in the end to eventually know the outcome. Here, mayhaps, they are trying to leave the last fight, like between the Liu Kang and Shang Tsung. Probably Goro gets defeated by other characters. In movie 1995 version, he gets defeated by Johnny Cage. Oh, by the way, no Johnny Cage in this movie.
Yep, and Raiden acts... Before, Raiden was like this walking book of knowledge. Like, he was assembling everyone. He was the one who was speaking, like giving them information about what MK basically is, what are they getting into. Here, he appears like, I don't know, like regular participant. From the trailer, I get this impression, like it's Sonya who knows everything, and he's just there to
Yeah,
be
probably
there.
main exposition is all about like Sonya this time and not Raiden. Raiden, both in games and in, like my brother said, in movies, are your plot exposition all the way through. If character has some kind of questions and so on and so forth, usually they address Raiden. I don't think Raiden's gonna fight in this movie, just saying straight up front. But anyway, that's our first like initial impression. I think the trailer is good. There were some wacky moments in there, which I'm going to talk about when we shall start analyzing like it's scene by scene. So I'm gonna turn the volume off and let's, or at least lower it a bit. So let's analyze it scene by scene. So the first scene. Sure, first scene, it looks like they're trying to capture Sub-Zero.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target has superhuman abilities.
The way how she's explaining it and the fact that Sub-Zero is a fugitive gave a few hints about the general thing about
him being villain.
Him
again.
being a criminal, number one, and number two, the fact that regular world supposedly doesn't know about people having superpowers, which they try to retcon In new timeline, especially in MKX, where regular humans fought side by the iconic characters who
Also,
did have superpowers.
Jax cannot live for more than 20 seconds without losing his arms.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Those who played MK9 are aware that he lost his arms because Ermac ripped him off. Here it's Sub-Zero who's done it. Here we have like Sonya is doing plot exposition to a cold turner.
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Again, the fact that he's chosen does not necessarily mean that he's the chosen one. He's just chosen for the tournament to represent the Earthrealm as defender.
Actually, it's interesting how in this version they're trying to implement the thing that, well, he was born with this mark, right? So somehow they are choosing participants for this tournament even like when they're little. So
Yeah, like before
what if he's not even going to become a fighter? Like,
I guess. Imagine he's like a clerk, office clerk. Oh, you're the chosen one. You gotta fight and defend Earthrealm. I guess other gods have other feelings, or I guess it's a part of the plan. You know what I mean?
it's interesting, but it's still like it's strange. By the way, the actor for Cole Turner actually is good enough.
I don't have anything against it.
I want to see him more on screen in action, but genuine impression, good enough. Like, good enough.
Actually, like, if you put long hair, if you make him wear long hair, he might as well play Liu Kang. Yeah, like,
have two
or
Liu
Kang Lao,
Kangs.
like, whatever the case. I actually missed one important scene somewhere here, right? Let me actually rewatch. Or did I? Well, I guess it's a little bit further up
Same
ahead.
marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history.
I guess it's a back shot of Mileena, who was played by Afro-American actress.
Different.
Oh, by the way, those of you who didn't know, I recommend you to watch like the director's thoughts explaining this trailer. The side scene that you look out here, my brother didn't know about it, he didn't watch the video. This is actually a part of the Outworld. This is a part, but they filmed, ironically enough, they filmed this in one of our planet location, and this is a part of the Outworld. They specifically did not want things to look like too visual effects heavy. They want some kind of realism attached to even the Outer World grounds, so I guess this is how part of the Outworlds are looking like. You have anything to say?
I guess the only thing that might tell you that this is not being like at the same Earth planet is
like
to the left part of the screen.
planet,
you see this
one.
kind of a planet. I don't know like how to say, but genuinely speaking, I guess if our Outworld is all about like rocky desert areas, okay, so
No,
be it.
it's only a part of it. Like, I guess it's a wasteland, you know, where probably, remember MK11, like, Tarkatans used to live some kind of wastelands like
It wasn't the most prettiest place, but
Yeah, so-
whatever.
Okay, let's move on.
Cultures all over the world.
Here, by the way, you have a shot. Initially, I thought it was a Tarkatan, but then
By the way, same here. Initially, I really thought that this was
yeah, because
Baraka or other Tarkatan.
I thought it was Baraka, like, trying to kill something, but then somebody pointed out pretty important detail. This guy looks like a monk, like with the headband and the things here. Supposedly, this is a shot how Great Kang Lao defeated Shang Tsung. Like, before he became Great Kang Lao, he was regular Kang Lao. And that represented the victory over the Outworld back when Earthrealm actually defeated the Outworld. So yeah, like, that's an interesting detail.
Reference a great tournament.
Again, like, I don't know, like, the thing is that the shots, actually, the place where they're meeting, you see, like, icicles, ice.
Yeah, it's frozen by Sub-Zero.
But it looks like, yeah, Sub-Zero cannot behave himself. The thing is, like, it still looks kind of like abandoned almost like a factory, I say, like Raiden and Shang Tsung meeting like on some kind of factory and they can't meet in public to disguise themselves. Who knows? I mean, looks nice. That's kind of a wacky thing, like some wacky shots about this trailer.
Of champions.
Again, like Cole, you can see like in the slow-mo, Cole actually sees Scorpion in mirror. I don't know why, but later on, when Scorpion is going to fight Sub-Zero, you actually see that Cole is on the background in one of the shots. They have a connection of some sort.
It's interesting how they also are still trying to point out that it's going to be, again, like, first Sub-Zero is going to be the villain one, and Scorpion, this time around, he is not a bad guy. Much like in the last cartoon, that's cartoon movie that was released a year ago or so.
Theoretically speaking, actually, factually speaking, even in the old canon, Scorpion got to the tournament in the game, I'm not referencing movie, just to kill Sub-Zero. He wanted to murder Sub-Zero, so Sub-Zero was already a villain back in the old game, like the first one.
That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation.
Oh, by the way, that's a cool shot. Here's Hanzo Hasashi murdering Lin Kuei assassins.
And finally, we get a movie, like fighting game movie, and not fighting movie based on the fighting game that is going to be R-rated with blood and with everything. So
yeah, like, fatalities, brutalities included. Director confirmed it, and also another thing that director confirmed is the fact that I liked how it actually starts out. In my opinion, this particular shot, I enjoy how it's like well directed and structured. This particular shot is going to be like the main driver at the beginning of the movie. The movie is not going to start off from Cole Turner. It's going to start off with the scene in Japan, supposedly medieval Japan, where we see Hanzo Hasashi before he became Scorpion, and his clan and family gets killed by the Lin Kuei. He's trying to avenge them, and he gets killed.
I want to also point one thing that I was initially afraid about when I was like hearing who is going to be like filming this whole thing. The whole like fighting, how do you call this, like choreography looks solid. It's way better. Like this movie is like the director of Aquaman 1 or 2 is who he is here. He is doing what here in this movie? Writing story or what?
I haven't checked out, but he's involved, like in.
Yeah, I was afraid that choreography is going to not be that great because in Aquaman choreography was
it's more comic looking.
But here it's actually great. Like. Good job.
Like those fight scenes were great, at least in the trailer.
As Mortal Kombat.
By the way, some people are speculated like, what the hell is this? Well,
it's probably Sub-Zero.
It's probably
someone.
Well, quote unquote Sub-Zero, right? At least who knows how it's gonna be, how it's gonna happen in the movie? But just like having multiple iterations of the story, in one instance. The whole clan gets killed by Quan Chi when he transformed into Sub-Zero. Yeah. In other instance, the whole clan gets killed by Sector, as well as his goons, yet Sub-Zero was framed for it because the Lin Kuei warriors was seen by Hanzo Hasashi, so he assumed it was Sub-Zero. By the way, this is the thing that I wanted to point out. Take a look from left and right. So supposedly you have like I don't think it's this is a Kano.
It looks like initially. Oh, you may think that it's Jax because from this shot he looks like the arms are metal arms, but actually no.
It looks like Kano. That's
like this is Liu Kang, obviously. This is Sonya and this is Cole
Take a look. It's not. This is a regular guy with jeans. It's like
that's another chosen one.
Yeah, he's like
office worker.
just came by, like, you know what I mean? Cody from Street Fighter before he became president, you know, he just walks, oh, with jeans, like, across the street. He even wears, like, okay, I'm not gonna... This scene kind of...
It's Johnny Cage, yeah.
Supposedly, yeah, like, if it's Johnny Cage, like, no pun intended, that would have been hilarious, but, hey, maybe...
Actually, no, it's Cole, obviously.
I mean, no, I meant to say maybe they are trying to save them for a sequel. Yeah, like, it's Cole.
Your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
Sonya is trying to strangle Kano, and by the way, this laser shot looks strange to me. Especially considering that, well, later on you'll see that he actually has markings, the scars, on this particular side of his face and not on the other way where he shots his laser.
Which, by the way, those markings will be done by, it looks like, a blade or something, which probably...
Blade or a claw, because he's gonna fight later on Reptile.
Is he going to fight Reptile, or
Yeah.
is he going to fight Mileena?
He's going to fight Reptile. You'll see, like... You probably missed in the end, where there's like a bunch of shots, you have missed him like actually killing Reptile. Also, from the previous shot, like Sonya strangling, trying to apprehend Kano. Yeah, like this, maybe Kano doesn't want to go in the tournament initially.
Why
And
is,
yeah,
he, why, is he not, why is he not a villain? I am going to gamble on the fact that he is, in the end, still going to be a villain.
Yeah, considering that canonically he is famous for double-crossing everyone, especially
I mean,
he's
who is the leader
Dragon.
of the Black Dragon? Yeah.
Cabal? No way. Like you'll see Cabal later on fighting. Well, we'll get to it in the next scenes.
Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Liu Kang doing his fiery stuff.
Thanks, Jax.
So he's Kung Lao, but by the way, look, I mean, outfit of Kung Lao looks fine, you know, but take a look at the, what is this, a Tesla tower?
I guess this is the beacon for Raiden, so
Yeah.
to teleport there he needs some kind of electrical
Waypoint,
beacon.
he needs
Yeah.
a waypoint like in Asian RPG.
And by the way, initially, like in the previous iterations, like Kung Lao didn't appear in the first
Up until the
tournament.
second tournament he did not appear, yeah. Because Shaolin Masters decided to choose Liu Kang as their champion because he was more fit, like, to the job. He was the chosen one.
Kung Lao.
Looks like he deflects. If you take it slow, it's deflecting some kind of a red laser. I mean, take a look.
Yeah, he's deflecting.
So his
laser.
hat is able to deflect some kind of a laser attack at him. Wow. Here's Lord Raiden.
The fate of Earth.
Is not, I don't know. To me, Lord Raiden looks too young. Even Shang Tsung looks kind of older than Lord Raiden, for now at least.
I mean, still, for example, like me and my brother will be comparing him to in old TV series and in old movie, like Christopher Lambert in old movie, and I forgot how in TV show that actor who played Raiden.
Mortal Kombat Conquest, yeah, TV series. And also in game, like Raiden in game. Like Modern Canon 9, 10, and 11. At least he's not gonna... please tell me he's not gonna consult with Elder Gods like every 5 minutes in movie.
Earth is in our hands.
By the way, take a look at those screws on Jax's hands.
Yes,
Looks like they're bolts. You can actually screw them off with screwdriver. What the hell? Modern quote-unquote technology. Well, I guess that's already like something that's pinpointing. Let's move on. Here you can see already like Hanzo Hasashi becoming Scorpion. He has Hellfire abilities.
Yes, he teleported
How
here.
many of my people we put in the ground?
By the way, take a look at Mileena's leaking the dagger. Take a look at this shot. It looks like Cole Turner is fighting Kung Lao. Why are they fighting against each other?
I guess training, or I don't know, like a sparring match. Just...
Yeah.
But
If it's
for
a
whom
sparring
exactly?
match, why the hell does Kung Lao is? It looks like he's gonna use his head like to slice him in half.
Or maybe they have an argument.
Yeah, like who is the better fighter? I don't know. Like that particular shot looks strange. Well, hopefully it gets elaborated on in the movie. Again, Mileena, well,
Probably currently the most like
to me,
the most
I have here's
the
the
weakest point of one of the weakest points of this trailer is actually Mileena.
thing. Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna nitpick the casting or that kind of stuff.
I'm not a super fan of her outlook either, or of the character myself. But the thing is that the teeth are kind of Tarkatan teeth should be like a claw, shark claw, something like that.
The mouth should be terrifying, and it's like a bad bad dentist
bad operation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something like that. Something happened to her face. Scars. Strange. So far, I'd say like it's a subjective, but I'm don't really am excited about.
So Mileena is here.
Yeah.
Kitana is not here.
Kitana is not here, which is strange also.
You are not fit.
The statue of Shao Kahn.
Yeah, the statue of Shao Kahn. But take a look, the statue of Shao Kahn from MK11. Again, if you played the story on MK11, both Aftermath and original game, it's hard to get excited about Shao Kahn ruling the Outworld, considering what had happened to him.
It's gonna be, you know what's gonna be hilarious? If the second movie will be there and they will going to make Shao Kahn like a main boss of the second film, and they will going to hire the same one who voiced him in the MK11 with those sound effects that he's making when he gets knocked down. This is going to be ridiculous.
Next scene is kind of interesting, so take a look. Somebody is using invisibility to spy on Sonya,
I guess it's
and
Reptile.
it looks like Reptile, but it doesn't really.
Yeah, it is Reptile. It actually is Reptile.
Is it Reptile?
Yes.
How can you tell? Like.
I mean, you're going to see. There's like.
Oh, you mean like a skin, like something happened to skin?
Yes, and
like
besides, he's the only one who can kind of go invisible.
No, not the only one. Smoke can do it.
But there is no smoke in this one.
Well, I was about to say like Spawn in New MK. Well, there's actually a lot of characters that can go invisible, but I guess considering it's the first movie,
yeah, there are enough characters already. So
yeah. Okay, let's move onward. So considering Reptile is gonna spy on them, it's gonna report back to Shang Tsung.
Kill them.
That's actually Shang Tsung again. I'm gonna tell you straight up front. It's gonna be hard for this version of Shang Tsung, just like with Raiden, to compete against our 1995 version.
Yeah,
Merely impossible. Like, it's merely impossible. I don't disrespect the actor. I know the movies where he played semi-secondary villainish roles. He might give all its best. But, considering the fact that NetherRealm Studios, developers of MK, took Tagawa's face as the model for a new Shang Tsung, they remodel it, reskin it, whatever the case might be for older and newer version. Even they accepted the fact that it's impossible to create a design that looks better than Tagawa version from 1995. Like, it's if it's not impossible, it's literally so hard to do.
Again, no disrespect, but it is what it is. Especially if you are familiar with those older movies, with that older movie, you're going to understand. You're going to understand the reason. It's not us hating on it, it's just pointing this stuff out. By the way, on the background behind Shang Tsung, you can clearly see Sub-Zero and Mileena, which, I guess we can already kind of guess villains. Sub-Zero, Mileena, Shang Tsung, Cabal, Goro. I wonder who also is going to... Reptile, yeah.
Okay. Here's Sub-Zero coming out from some kind of a portal. I don't know.
By the way, I have expected seeing this, you may think like smoke is going to...
You're not the only one who expected
from here. But no, apparently Sub-Zero is teleporting from fog.
Yeah, maybe Shang Tsung created for him the portal, because I'm not aware that Sub-Zero has the ability of teleportation, like neither the first Bihan nor the second.
I mean, in some games he kind of appear from like, I don't know, like
Oh, ice statue.
like something like that, but
Yeah, but this scene looks cool. This also reminded me of Thanos coming from teleport.
yeah.
Here is Liu Kang.
Which, by the way, some people were actually kind of nitpicking and saying that graphics in this movie is meh, the special effects are not good. I don't agree with that. They look really solid.
They look decent.
In my opinion,
Yeah,
they look good, especially
top-notch.
magic. Like, initially I didn't even thought like how will they going to implement like magic in here, because magic is the magical abilities are the part of MK lore and stuff. MK like fighting, they're not just fighting with fists, they're using some spells. It actually looks good. And this is straight from the MK11, like Liu Kang's
Fatal Blow.
Fatal Blow, yes.
Yep, and he's fighting Cabal. You can clearly see. For at first, I was hesitant to say who's fighting, but you can clearly
look for the swords. Look for
hook
the
swords,
swords.
specific hook swords. Yep. Only I'm aware of only one hook sword user in MK universe. That's Cabal. There, this is the shot. Goro looks, well, Goro is going to look like full VFX, but this is Cole Turner. And look, Cole Turner has some kind of weird-ish armor.
I am like strange. From where did he get that armor? What did it give him?
This is his special. Maybe people are speculating. This is, by the way, this is pure speculation, so no confirmation on that up until the movie is going to be released. Some people have said that this is gonna be like more or less like Tremor's ability. Tremor was able to make on some body parts on his own, like some piece of armor, to enhance his protection, to enhance his strength. Maybe it's the same. Who knows? Like, so far we don't know anything about it.
I'm interested in this situation. What is in his head? Like, what's the counter to this?
Dodge, uppercut,
perform a DP, anti-air.
No, Goro is doing his like teleporting scrubby move, like down, up. So he wants to stop Cole Turner, and then he tries to dodge. Yeah, definitely Goro looks more video game looking. That's something to be expected from MKX, MK11. He's not gonna look the same as 1995 version, definitely.
And it's good.
And it's good. Well, it's good and bad at the same time. It's good because you can show up. It's gonna look better. You can show up the way how he moves more naturally. But it's bad at the same time because you cannot. You're gonna tell when a person is fighting a CGI monster. It's gonna be obvious, and in one way, shape, or form, it's gonna be obvious. Like, this is a nitpicking already at now, but in every movie when the real character is fighting CGI, be it like Warcraft, Avatar, who has insanely crazy CGI, in one way, shape, or form, you can tell that it's not a fight between real people. Sub-Zero is doing like Ice Rain.
But against whom?
Yeah, just to do collateral damage. Here, again, the shot. Liu Kang is fighting Cabal, like it's up close fight.
I am Sub-Zero.
As if I don't know if he's gonna say it in the movie, but as if the audience or Hanzo Hasashi doesn't know that it's Sub-Zero.
Well, I guess fighting. It's for those
It's for the audience, maybe, yeah.
Who doesn't know who he is.
Again, this area looks...
This is the same area where
Shang Tsung met Raiden?
Yeah. I guess it's going to happen, like, their fight is going to happen either before or after the fight.
After the last fight? Before the last fight? I say before the last fight.
I mean before or after Shang Tsung and Raiden met at this place. I guess this is kind of like, I don't know, they invite two people to fight
on the arena. Yeah, it's like new background stage. By the way, yeah, like. This shot is weird. You know why it's weird? Not the shot itself. The sequence of events are weird. So they are fighting on swords, right? I'm gonna turn on the volume so to comment more. Fighting occurs. He's trying to stab. He gets blocked. Sub-Zero slices himself with the sword that he got from Hanzo Hasashi, ironically. Boom.
No,
Blood of drop.
He doesn't slice himself, he slices...
Excuse me, he sliced Scorpion. Then the blood spills. He freezes the blood in midair, just like Scarlet. I guess Sub-Zero learned the blood magic on the fly. Mayhaps. Well, dear,
he froze
the liquid.
Water,
in blood.
Element.
And then, look what happened then. He could have killed Scorpion right then and there. Scorpion is defenseless. He doesn't really try to protect himself. Look, I don't know what the hell he does here. He's twisting. He stabbed him in his back, maybe, but then he's trying to freeze, like he creates the ice wall, and then he tosses him in the ice wall. Why not just finish him right then and there? Like, you have a sword in your hand, like, what? Imagine in the movie, this is gonna happen, the same sequence of events is gonna happen, and Sub-Zero is gonna lose because of that. He had the upper hand, he did not use his moment, and then he's gonna die.
I mean, Sub-Zero, first Sub-Zero has to lose anyway, for the lore reason, and for second Sub-Zero to have motivation.
Yeah, to avenge his fallen brother. Let's watch next. This scene, by the way, yes, he is using the spear to... By the way, this is no longer a rope, this is already a spear. You can see, like, even in the shot previously.
Like
metal chains.
Metal, yes.
Yes. And here you have Cole Turner. Supposedly incapacitated, frozen, cannot help Hanzo Hasashi, so they are fighting between each other. Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting.
And again,
each other.
it looks like he's wearing that strange armor.
Yeah, I don't know. So what kind of abilities is that? Okay, we need to analyze the scene by scene, so I'm gonna slow it down a bit. Here, the first scene, Jax looks like he is fighting against Reiko. Yes, that big guy, that big actor, that was Reiko with the hammer. So Jax wins against him. Reiko is an unfamiliar character to us because we haven't played in 3D era of MK games. I don't know what his story is like. So Jax, this shot, look. This shot
Sonya
again. Sonya killing Mileena
with I guess
with her rings.
Ring
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the back you also have Cole Turner. So Cole Turner was fighting Mileena, and it looks like this scene is the purple blood. She has like a gigantic hole in her belly right now.
Also, Cole Turner has a knife there, and again wearing that armor.
Yeah.
Is this just his outfit?
I don't know if it's his outfit or his special abilities. Okay, next we have like Hanzo Hasashi killing last member of Lin Kuei.
Random dude.
Sonya is fighting Mileena. And then this is the shot. This is the shot that pissed off many people. Yeah, because apparently, ladies and gentlemen, this is Reptile. This is Reptile from one of the MK games called Deadly Alliance. He looks like a monster-esque creature, and the fact that Kano actually stabbed him in the chest, it has pissed many people off. Why? Because the thing is that Reptile, people are used to one looking outfit when it comes to Reptile, but this is actually, well, all the fans of Reptile, I understand your disappointment. Have anything more to say about...
He looks like old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, you know that there were those villains like the big pork guy, and then there was the lizard guy.
And the rhino guy.
He's the combination of the lizard rhino guy. He looks so weird. He looks even more hideous than Goro.
Also, considering the fight scene where you have like the thing like photograph on the wall and on the table, it looks like it's happened like right after the Reptile was spying on Sonya. Like, this is probably their back headquarters. But yeah, they're fighting each other, and Kano does a fatality, his classic fatality on him. He stabs the chest, and then he rips his heart. And you clearly see those markings. Told you those markings aren't from Mileena, those are from this creature that Kano fought.
People will be also kind of, how should I say this, confused, since Kano doesn't have his eye, yet he's still capable of using laser. Actually, he has it.
He has it.
Only it doesn't. It is different from what we used to.
He doesn't have the metal attachment on his face, but he is capable of firing laser. He has a robotic eye. All right, so I guess
the trailer looks solid. I personally am looking forward to it.
Let me actually finish it.
I win.
Yeah,
You
he says.
fucking beauty.
I am. The movie will going to air at April 16. Yes.
Yes, but for the most part of the regions closer to Russia and our region Moldova included is going to be premiering at April 8. So 1.5 week.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky. I personally am biased with and not really having a person who does not have high hopes for video game adaptation movies, like movies that are video game adaptations, because we had experience with Assassin's Creed, Warcraft, etc, etc, etc. But this one, the trailer actually made me excited to wait for this movie, and I want to see it.
At least a bit.
Like, visuals great, music great, some questions to Mileena and Reptile, still questioning, like, will Kano going to be for good guys or for bad guys? Who is going to be the leader of this Black Dragon? What's going to happen with Cabal? And what's called Turner's story? Who is going to defeat Shang Tsung? Etc, etc, etc. Like, there are so many questions, but still, the overall impressions are mostly positive. Like, definitely something to look forward to, finally.
Yeah, I agree with my brother. I'm also eager to watch it. I'm not terribly excited. I have some of my hopes that I am expecting movies to hit them. There were some nitpicky things that I already discussed, like probably some of the issues may disappoint people in terms of design of certain characters like Reptile, and as well as some reshuffling of so-called quote-unquote canonical events like Jax losing his arms. And you mentioned Cabal. Imagine Cabal gets burned by Liu Kang so badly that he has to wear his mask off. Probably this is gonna happen considering that Liu Kang is doing this dragon fatality
and
against
who is
Cabal.
going to be the chosen one?
Yeah, like who's gonna fight Shang Tsung, who's gonna defeat? We shall wait and see, but I have my hopes slightly up. Like before watching this trailer, I had mediocre expectations. Now it's a little bit high, like above the average for sure. I liked the trailer. I liked most of the casting choice, not all of them. I like the fight scenes, choreography, music. We are missing. Director confirmed that it's gonna be like that music tune is gonna be present in the full version of the movie that we had in 1995 version. We had some remix that you probably have heard in the trailer, but we haven't heard the full song. Maybe they're saving it for the last fight. Like the last fight, maybe where we're gonna hear that last song.
Yeah, let's hope and see. And I guess like this is going to be our reactionary video for Mortal Kombat 2021 official Red Band trailer. Breakdown
And
yes.
reaction.
Hopefully you're going to be just as excited to see this movie. Hopefully it will going to spark a hope for better video game adaptations. So we shall see how the movie is going to be, but the hope is there. The hope is always there. And I think that with the right approach, everything is possible.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Thanks guys for listening to our reaction and to our opinion. Until next time, my name was Alexander, also known as Henryevitz.
And my name was Yuri, also known as Their Lord.
Stay sound, stay cheerful, stay healthy, stay kind to each other, and we shall see you all in our next videos. Bye guys, and have a great time of the day.
Take care, guys.